Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along the Spiritual Journey. So, I'm going to keep this one short. It's important not to argue with someone's logical state of being while they're trapped in an emotional world. Let me say that again. Do not argue with someone who is trapped in a logical state of being while they're also trapped in an emotional trauma within their inner world. What this looks like is someone who's repeating to you what they've been taught in a logical way, but emotionally it doesn't line up with how they feel. And so when they get frustrated because everyone around them has assimilated to this knowledge or behavior or whatever it looks like when you're taking imprinted information and trying to make it your own, you're going to get frustrated. When you know your truth, regardless if you're right or wrong, if you're honest, it is so much more releasing and you don't have the energy to get upset. Like people ask me all the time, like, you don't ever seem bothered. I'm like, I'm not. How can I be bothered by somebody else's emotional world that I can't see? And if logically they're presenting themselves as balanced, then that's all I can take them as. Now, if you come to me acting a certain way and talking all crazy, then I know you're in balance. Then I know that you're clearly asking for help. But I might not be the right person for you that day, or somebody else might not be, or I might be. The point of this conversation is you don't want to get stuck in that whirlwind that they're going through, but you do want to be present if they need it. This way, it's easier to work through your own emotions while you're listening to someone else's logic of how emotions happen to them. Because usually people tell you an emotional story of what happened. They're not telling you logic. Logic is the sequence of information. But when you're telling a story, they did this and they said this and this happened this way. You don't have to say this is how I feel, but because you're explaining it to me, I hear how you feel. And therefore, I can tap into that and either step in and be an aid or step back and just be a receiver of energy and just holding space for you. Either which way, this is how we get to balance. You have to know that no matter what you're going through, I even have to check myself because there's things where I know I'm doing it intentionally and I can't control how it's going to come back to me. But when it comes back to me, however it comes back, I have to be willing to be open to receive it and let my soul calm down. Be like, listen, if somebody did it to you, you would be acting the same way. But the point is now they have awareness, they have tools, and they can get it done. Because when you give someone a tool and they realize, even while they fighting you, when they calm down and all the dust settle, if you see that you handed me a tool versus a weapon, oh baby, you can do so much more in this world. I hope that makes sense. Love ya.